73rd World Championship Italian Grand Prix went to Max Verstappen, starting 7th on the grid, taking his 5th consecutive victory and win 11 of the season it was, Alex. I think 5th consecutive race win. He's had victories now from 7 different grid positions. As you said, it doesn't really matter where he starts. 7th in Monza, wherever he starts, he ends up at the front in the lead, this time by lap 13. Now, I know you love your stats as much as I do. Before this weekend, Red Bull Racing had only led 99 laps at Monza in their history, which was exactly the same. I mean, you're about to jump in and tell me, I'm sure, Alex, as Van Wall, who haven't competed in F1 since 1960. So my question to you, is it fair to say that Red Bull now are fast on all types of track?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that before Monza, to be honest. And they're just executing everything so well. You know, it's a team that's just going from strength to strength, and you can see the confidence just going throughout the team. It must be an amazing feeling to be there at the moment. You know, they got back to winning ways last year by just beating Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton. You know, and this year, you know, they haven't always had the fastest car. You have to say the Ferrari. You know, 8 pole positions. You know, the Ferrari is not slow, but they just seem to be making all the right calls. They got a driver who's just driving magnificently. And yeah, the all-time high for that team.
As you mentioned, Charles stopped early at that virtual safety car. The Red Bull went on to lap 26, also on the soft tyres, which suggests that it's looking after its tyres pretty well. What I'm thinking here is, given the battle, the intensity of the battle in 2021, Red Bull versus Mercedes, it's doubly impressive that they were able to produce a car in these new 2022 regulations that's as good as it is, given that Ferrari essentially kind of had a year off. Not a year off, but they had, you know, weren't quite as occupied.
Yeah, I mean, because they won in the championship fight last year. You're absolutely right. So they switched their attention to this car early, didn't they? And that's why we weren't so surprised to see Ferrari start so strongly this year. But you're right, Red Bull was in that championship hunt. They looked like, you know, they had a lot of resources going to win that championship last year against Mercedes. And they started strong. But you can never rule out Adrian Newey. You know, I mean, he's the man, the designer extraordinaire that just keeps building these great race cars. You know, and let's not forget, he's been around a long time, and he actually worked on ground effect cars in the early 80s. So he knows two things about ground effects. And you know, with this sort of big change up, big switch up, such big new rules with this aero, you know, so many ways of interpreting how to get the downforce and the lap time with this new aero ground effects floor. It just worked so well and played into Adrian Newey's hands.
Absolutely. Now, somebody, of course, that Adrian Newey worked with was Nigel Mansell. As you said, Adrian's been around a while. And Nigel Mansell still has 31 victories in his Formula One career. And there it is. Max Verstappen, by winning the Italian Grand Prix, equals Nigel Mansell's career total of 31 victories. So many congratulations to Max. And it's good to see Nigel's image there on the Go F1 show.